and one thing only. To protect the Emperor. Year in and year out. Until force.
Okay.
At the beginning of the story, we see a ruthless warrior named Marin, who wishes to make Princess Su Lin of China his queen. His true goal? To expand his empire and become the most powerful ruler of all. But when Su Lin learns of his true intentions, she flatly refuses to marry him. Enraged, Marin abandons her in the forest, leaving her for dead. He then commands all his warriors, whoever captures the princess will be rewarded handsomely. Soon, assassins begin hunting her across the jungle. The deadliest among them even clash with each other, fighting to claim the lucrative prize. Su Lin, exhausted and hopeless, finally accepts her fate. Just then, a cold gust of wind brushes past her, and she senses someone approaching. A brave warrior, sword in hand, dismounts his horse. The warrior allows none of them to touch her, engaging them with fierce precision. Just as he's about to free the princess, another warrior appears, more savage than all the rest. The rescuer, known as the Black Knight, faces him in a fierce duel. Saving the princess at last. But then, we suddenly cut to a boy named Jack, and realize this entire sequence was part of a video game. Hearing his mom coming, Jack quickly shuts off the console and pretends to study. However, his mother, Annie, knows all his tricks. She tells him gently, "Look, son, I don't want to pressure you, but you know our situation, right? I don't have enough money to pay your college fees. I know you're a good son and you've been studying for a scholarship, but these video games are truly spoiling you, Jack. You're not paying any attention to your studies at all." Jack's mother works to pay the rent, and Jack himself has a part-time job at a Japanese antique store. Whenever Jack walks to work, he's followed and harassed by a group of boys. Out of fear, Jack usually rushes into the store to save himself. The store owner often notices this. He asks Jack, "Did those boys bother you again today?"
Different things, young Jack.
Not in this case.
The owner then asks, "And you ran away again, didn't you?" "You didn't confront them." Jack replied,
Not in this case.
"I ran away today, too." "I agree, I'm just not brave." The owner tells him gently, "No, you are brave, and you'll realize this soon." With that, he invites Jack to see something new he got for the store. He shows Jack a beautiful artifact, a pedestal with a statue of a princess on it. Jack is captivated by it. The shop owner smiles and says, "You're my good boy. This is a gift from me to you." Jack is thrilled and takes the vessel home. He falls asleep admiring the item, but then, a warrior suddenly emerges from it. The warrior immediately points his sword at Jack and demands,
"Where is the Black Knight?"
Jack stammers, "The Black Knight you're asking about is just my character in a game." The warrior says, "I don't know who you are. I
need your help.
Someone has attacked our kingdom. I have something important, and I'm choosing you to keep it safe." A princess then appears, and the warrior explains, "This is our most important person. Our lovely princess is being hunted by another kingdom. You have to protect her." Jack is completely terrified. "Where did you come from? Stop putting on an act," he yells. "How can I protect her? My mom and I are already having a very difficult time." The warrior counters, "You should have a weapon for this." Jack replies, "I'm only 16, I don't have any weapon." The warrior turns to the princess and says, "Princess, this is the only safe place in the world for you. Just stay with this young boy for a few days. I will come back to get you as soon as the situation improves." With that, he jumps into the air and disappears in a flash. Jack is shocked to realize the warrior is gone. The princess, however, simply goes to sleep without a single worry. Jack panics, wondering, what will I tell my mom? He realizes the princess isn't listening to anything. The next morning, the princess goes out to the lawn. There, she starts practicing martial arts and doing some yoga. Jack is terrified, thinking, if my mom sees her, she'll be furious. Who did I kidnap? He tries hard to keep his mother from seeing them. Luckily, his mom leaves for work, and Jack breathes a sigh of relief. He goes to the princess and says, "The way you're dressed is going to make people suspicious. On top of that, your actions are drawing attention. Please try to stay out of my mother's sight, and please change your clothes." Jack takes her to the mall and tells her to pick out her favorite clothes. The princess happily goes with him and enjoys the experience immensely, as she is seeing this world for the very first time. Later, the princess appears in a new dress, looking completely transformed. Jack worries about what to tell his mother, as evening is approaching, and he can't just leave the princess anywhere. He brings her home and tells his mom, "There's an international student who just arrived at our school, but she doesn't have a place yet. She's actually from Japan. No hostel has been arranged, so she's going to stay with us for a few days." His mom welcomes her, saying, "Welcome, son, come and eat." They all have dinner, and the princess goes to sleep, having had a very good day. The next morning, Jack's mother tells him, "Son, I have an urgent work trip and will have to stay there for a few days. You take care of yourself, your friend, and the house. I'll be back soon." Shortly after, the princess wakes up. Suddenly, Jack sees some people in strange, ancient-looking clothes entering his house. They are the enemies who want to capture the princess. They immediately start physically engaging with Jack. Jack tries hard to defend himself, but he's just a 16-year-old kid and can't match their strength. They quickly capture the princess and take her with them. Jack is scared but watches as they all jump into the vessel. He climbs down the same vessel using a ladder, following them. The place Jack emerges from is the warrior's home. When the warrior sees Jack, he's furious. "They took the princess. I gave you one simple job, and you couldn't even do that right." As the two are arguing, more enemies appear and attack them. Just then, a bearded man arrives, the wizard. He saves their lives by freezing all the attackers. The wizard approaches Jack and says, "My son, you must be confused. I will tell you the history. The warrior who came to you is an excellent fighter. He was one of 7 who protected our king. But people from another kingdom, enemies of the king, attacked them. They eventually killed the king because there were no defenders left. This lone warrior couldn't defeat them all. The king's daughter, the princess, was devastated. Now, those same people are coming to seize our kingdom and eliminate her. But this warrior never gives up. He must save the princess because he was fiercely loyal to the king. That is why he brought her to your house for safekeeping, hoping you would protect her." Jack asks the wizard, "But how was I chosen for this world? How did you even find me?" The wizard explains, "My son, I have a magical stone that allows me to travel the world, but I couldn't find a worthy warrior. Then, the stone found a warrior named Black Knight." Jack realizes, "But that's my gaming character." The wizard smiles, "That's why you play the game so well. The stone chose you. I know your name is Jack, but you are the Black Knight. The skills you need to play a game translate to the skills you need for battle, and I know you are the one who can learn everything and protect our kingdom." Jack, already a video game enthusiast, finds this alternate world very interesting. He agrees, "Okay, I will go with you. I will find the princess with you, and I will defeat the people who kidnapped her." The wizard sends the loyal warrior and Jack off together. To reach the enemy country, they have to cross an ocean. They become very good friends on the way. Jack jokes with the warrior, "Should I teach you to dance?" This scene is quite funny, watching Jack try to teach this huge warrior how to dance. The warrior stops him and says, "Enough. Let's focus on what we came here to learn." And he starts teaching Jack how to fight. They spend a lot of time learning together. When they reach a river, the warrior says, "We have to take a different path, It will take too long this way because I don't know how to swim. Jack quickly says, I'll teach you how to swim, and takes him to the river. The warrior starts swimming, and Jack tells him, take it easy. We'll get there soon. And thanks to Jack's good swimming skills, they arrive quickly. They are now outside the enemy king's castle. They trick the guards, sneak inside, and overpower them. Jack finds the princess, and she's thrilled to see him. You came all this way for me? I'm so happy. As they are talking, the warrior arrives and urges them, there's no time. We have to leave immediately. He was right. Many guards quickly arrive and capture all three of them, throwing them into a cell. The enemy king declares that as soon as morning comes, both Jack and the warrior will be executed, and he will marry the princess. Hearing this, the princess starts to cry. The warrior can't bear to see her distress. He calls a butterfly and tells it to go inform the wizard that they are in trouble. The princess, chained up and smoking, continues to weep. The scene shifts. It is now morning, and there is music everywhere as the king is celebrating his marriage to the princess. On the other side of the castle, he is preparing to hang the warrior and Jack. The princess is brought before the king, her face covered with a cloth. The king is ecstatic, believing his plan has succeeded. But as soon as he lifts the veil, the mask, he is met with a terrifying sight. It's the princess herself, but her face has completely changed. Her eyes are large, like a lizard's, and she has a long, protruding tongue. The king is terrified and orders all his warriors to eliminate them. But then, the butterfly arrives. It is their dear wizard. He immediately frees the warrior and Jack. The wizard performs some magic on Jack, causing him to levitate. He carries the princess away from the king and brings her to safety. The wizard restores the princess to normal. But the enemy king's warriors close in, trying to attack them. The wizard hands Jack some magical dust and tells him to throw it on the soldiers. Jack does as instructed. However, one of the king's special warriors transforms into a giant and begins to attack Jack. Jack grabs the princess and sits inside a machine. This machine is designed so that if you place a stone inside and apply pressure, the stone launches far away. Jack uses this same trick on himself, launching them both into a nearby jungle. Jack is unconscious, but when he wakes up, he sees that the enemy king has followed them into the jungle. The king ties up the princess, and he has many warriors with him. Jack bravely fights them off. The enemy king himself moves to attack Jack. The king's assault is very dangerous, but Jack dodges it. He starts using the combat skills the warrior taught him on their journey. He realizes how lucky he was to have learned those moves, which are now helping him in this desperate situation. He picks up sharp sticks and fatally stabs the king in the neck. Happily, he frees the princess and brings her back to her kingdom. The princess is overjoyed. She changes back into the traditional clothes of her people. There is a huge celebration. They defeated the enemy king and saved the princess, making the kingdom safe once again. Everyone thanks Jack. The princess calls Jack over, as he is getting ready to return to his world. The princess tells him, Jack, you always thought you weren't brave. But let me tell you, I've never seen a braver person than you. You did such big things at such a young age. And I like you a lot. Jack tells the princess that he thinks she is wonderful, too. Everyone says goodbye, and the princess tells him, do come back. Jack exits, looking very sad. The other warriors outside don't recognize Jack and mistake him for an enemy because his clothes are so different. They start engaging him, forcing Jack to run for his life. He quickly runs into the warrior who taught him his moves. The warrior hugs him, telling him, you did an excellent job. But the other warriors are still pursuing him, so Jack runs away and jumps back into his own world. As he emerges, he falls, and the vessel breaks severely. Jack is crushed, wondering how he will ever go back to see the princess. The next morning, he walks to school and runs into the same children who used to bully him. But this time, Jack is a completely different person. He fearlessly confronts them, and after that, they never bother him again. Jack returns home and stares at the broken vessel, missing the princess deeply. Then, he gets a brilliant idea. He starts recalling all the characters he saw in that other world. Using those characters, he develops a very attractive and high-quality video game. He sells it to a company for a large amount of money. He takes the money home and shows it to his mother. Take this, Mom, he says. You can buy the house instead of paying rent. His mother is incredibly proud. They are both happy, and their financial situation is secure. A few days later, Jack is at the mall. Suddenly, he hears a voice, the princess's voice. He turns around and sees her, looking beautiful in modern clothes. Jack rushes over and asks, "How are you here?" She explains, "I told the wizard I wanted to see you. He said, yes, the boy is very good and helped us a lot. So, he made a warrior's gate for me. I came through it just to meet you." They spend time together, just like before. They eat ice cream and talk for a long time. Finally, the princess goes back to her kingdom, promising Jack, "I will come again, and I will always come back like this, so don't ever be sad." Jack is overjoyed. "Okay, I will wait for you," he says. With this heartwarming moment, the movie ends. Friends, if you loved this intense breakdown, then like it, share it, and smash that subscribe button for Cinemaned. Thank you for watching.